My interest initially was not so much in science, but more in becoming an astronaut. I grew up in Argentina during the days of the Apollo landings on the moon. And when I was 8 or 9 years old, I was given a book about the Apollo missions. And that got my imagination going. Then I couldn't do astronaut school in Argentina, so I started with engineering. And then progressively I moved more towards the science side through a series of degrees in various countries. My dad was an engineer, but although he worked mainly in chemical plants, he had a hobby of designing electronic things. So he built his own TVs, his own radio transmitters. So it was full of electronic stuff in my house. So not so much science, but a lot of gadgets. In terms of hobbies, I was never a team player. I was very bad at soccer. I was very bad at football. I didn't play tennis very well, but I was always into water sports. So I liked surfing very much. So my favorite subjects at school had to do with physics. I wasn't particularly good. My grades were good, but not stellar. And if I had to say, my forte was being able to combine several things to try to solve a problem. It wasn't that I was particularly brilliant, but somehow I was able to bring other people to work together and try to solve or do something. One thing that was very important growing up in Argentina was what would be your chances for getting a job? So this is something that my dad always kept on coming back to. So it was a semblance of reality, if you want, because I tended to go for really far out stuff. So I don't know, he was a bit of an anchor to reality while at the same time pushing me. For example, he was the one who encouraged me to go to the US.